The Berlin Wall began as a result of the Cold War. The Cold War was a rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. It started when the last Tsar of Russia was overthrown and eventually replaced by a Bolshevik, later renamed as the Communist government. The West did not trust this new governing system and sought to destroy it. The Soviet Union also did not trust the West, though they were briefly allies during World War II. But after World War II ended in May of 1945, the Soviet Union freed many countries under Nazi control and made them friendly communist governments. Joseph Stalin, leader of Russia, made borders around the countries that were under their control. The United States was not pleased with the Soviet Union's efforts to spread communism, and soon resulted in 40 more years of bitter rivalry that became known as the Cold War. Germany and Berlin had been divided into Soviet, English, French, and American zones. England, France, and America joined their zones together and took steps to improve their zone's economy and living standards. The Soviet Union had decided to enforce a communist government on their side. However, the Soviets were afraid the capitalists would make the communists look weak. On June 24, 1948, as stated by Nigel Kelly in The Fall of the Berlin Wall, the Cold War Ends, Stalin set up a blockade and cut off all the supplies from West Berlin. Instead of backing down, the West had flown into Germany, dropping parachuted supplies. People in East Germany left to West Germany because they saw how much the West Germans were prospering. As the Soviets had feared, many of the people who had left included professional workers. By the early 1960s, East Germany was rapidly losing both its labor force and population. On August 12th and 13th of 1961 at night, the Berlin Wall was built in order to ensure that East Germans would stop crossing over into West Berlin. The people were trapped over there for 28 years, and they were obviously not very happy about that. In 1985, Mikhail Gorbachev became leader of the Soviet Union. He created many reforms that were bringing down the conditions that created the Berlin Wall. He also was important because he was instrumental in helping to end the Cold War. On November 9th, 1989, the wall went down.